Pakistan beat Australia in an ODI series, they beat Zimbabwe, and they have now beaten South Africa. And yes, of course, the fans, they're all over the place, they're having a ball. It's a little bit premature for me. It's not like Mohammad Rizwan actually cured world hunger, but that's what the fans seem to think and believe. Yes, I think Pakistan remember ODI has always been their best format. You look at the likes of Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam who thrive in ODIs, and they take that very same batting template to T20s, and it just doesn't work, does it? Because what is absolutely phenomenal in ODI looks like tuk-tuk cricket in T20 cricket. That brings us to another point. Pakistan, they're the only team that's actually focusing on ODIs. They're the only team that seems to care about their own tournament, the Champions Trophy. Nobody else is playing ODI cricket. Australia, that's 3 for them. South Africa, this is the 3 that we're going to be doing. England, India will be doing 3. Sri Lanka's doing 3 with New Zealand now. And I think Afghanistan is doing 3 with Zim. That's it. That's the preparation for the Champions Trophy. Nobody gives a shit about ODI cricket anymore. How are we supposed to feel about that? Here's where the thing comes in. It's actually incredibly tough because yes, Pakistan beat Australia's first team in that second ODI, but the third ODI, big test match series coming up for Australia, they were never going to pick their best guys. That is just a fact. Now, Pakistan saying that there's no excuses. There is an excuse. You are not competing in the World Test Championship anymore. South Africa now lost the first match with their best players. No excuses in that match. But in the second match, yes, there is an excuse. If Tristan Stubbs, and there's nothing wrong with him, if he's sitting on the sideline being the water boy, looking like somebody stole his favorite Batman toy or threw his PlayStation 5 in the fire because he can't play his cricket match, if that doesn't tell you that that's worth an excuse, then I don't know what is. We cannot afford injuries. If you were actually competing in the World Test Championship, perhaps you would understand and not rave to all the world that you have beaten this team or you have beaten that team, because your only job now is, yes, to play well in this test series against South Africa, which I actually think, I think for the fast bowlers, I think it'll be good. The pitches will help them, and I think that Pakistan is actually going to have we're going to play some good test match cricket. But South Africa, Maharaj, injured now. Berger is injured. Coetzee is injured. We literally had our test coach sitting there like this. Probably not clapping. Everybody was cheering, waving, having a jaw when a 6 was hit. But our test coach is sitting there like this. Because if we have one more injury, we're probably going to have to go and ask some high school kids to come and play for us. So that's the one side of it. The other side of it is that Pakistan is actually playing world-class ODI cricket. ODI is their best format. Okay, the batting display by Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam in the middle, that was as good as a template for ODI cricket batting as you can get. You look at the South African batters, the way that they're playing, you can also see that there's rust from not having played ODI cricket in months. Pakistan, that's all they've been doing for the last 2 months. So you need to also look into the point of switching in between formats is not very easy. Okay, I think that's what concerns me the most, is that nobody's doing any prep for the Champions Trophy. So a lot of us are going in like blind mice into that tournament, and Pakistan, they've got their batting order sorted. Their bowling is firing. Shaheen Shah Afridi's spell in the middle there at Newlands was absolutely phenomenal. But it's a real concern. It's a real concern. I've spoken before about Test cricket dying. Test cricket is more alive than ever now, which I'm extremely thankful for. But with all the cricket that is being played throughout the year, something somewhere has to give. And it seems like that something is ODI cricket.